Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? This is SCL0320. I am back for another review for the epic show Sword Art Online Season 2, or Sword Art Online 2, Gun Gale Arc. Currently, I'm doing a review on Episode 8. The name of the episode is Bullet of Bullets, which is reminiscent of the tournament Bullet of Bullets number 3 that's going on currently now in the Gun Gale game. And so the last episode we kind of checked out, basically Kirito and Asita or Sinon, they were like, okay, it's time for go time. I thought this episode was pretty good. The first part of it was kind of off-putting because it's kind of like I didn't feel like it was necessary for when Kirito kind of went approaching like the tournament and seeing all the characters. It was a lot of different people there, but I was kind of like, I mean, you've already been in this world quite a while, you know. Even though it seems like quite a while, I guess because the separation episodes hasn't been that long technically. But it was like he was kind of like acting like, yeah, there's so many people here, you know. And then he started acting his flamboyant voice because his avatar kind of is reminiscent of kind of like a female avatar. And I was like, it was kind of off-putting. And even Sinon was like, dude, stop, like chill, like you know, like you're one of the best players. Like, why are you even doing this? Like, you don't need to psych anybody out or even throw them off, you know. And I guess to me, the only reason why obviously they would do that is just kind of add comic relief, and then not just that, appeal for female demographic. Like, okay, look, he's got a cute personality at the same time, like he's very serious and a cutthroat individual as far as the character is concerned. But then like he's kind of like pushing for favors from her, and I felt like he was reaching, he was stretching a lot. And I knew that coming off of talking to the nurse from the last episode, such an interesting dynamic because that nurse really enveloped a lot of the feelings and all the things that he had been kind of worried about and brought them to light in a way that, okay, I'm here to protect. I'm not here to just solve a mission. Like, I don't want anybody to die or anything to happen to anybody. And at the same time, I think he really cares about her. But there's like a lot of secrecy that he's trying to maintain because he doesn't know he can trust her, and at the same time, like, what could happen within the tournament. And he's trying to siphon through the different names and trying to figure out who maybe is this person and what names stuck out. And one of the names she kind of said was Sturban. And it was really interesting because she's trying to assess what he's trying to do, because she had heard from him when she was trying to figure out what was going on with him that he was worried about this one specific kind of character that he had met before in another game. And he never told her that he was from Ironcrad and he was one of the survivors from Ironcrad. And so she asked him the question, like, would you still pull the trigger, you know? And it went back to, for him, it threw over his head like, man, the seriousness of what's about to take place. And then like she showed him kind of a layout of how the map is that she actually has and how it's supposed to be kind of set up. And I thought that was really cool. Like, it's kind of like a spec op of, well, not a spec op, but a sit rep of the surrounding area of what's going on. And even when they go out to the battlefield, like, she had that open and she was kind of like assessing who's around and stuff like that. And she's just a bad A. Like, Sinon, she's one of the most elite like characters. Like, she's, to me, she thinks she's not as skilled as Kirito, but she really is. And he sees that in her, even though she projects that she's a good player, that no matter what, she's gonna win, you know. And she's like, we're gonna be at the end together, you know. And so she was trying to figure out where Kirito was, and I thought it was funny because her character was like, why do I even give a daggone about him, you know? And it's evident she really has feelings for him. And even going into like her kind of scoping out like the first two targets, I was like, okay, yeah, she's about to go in. And then she hears something, she looks back, and it's Kirito. He snuck up on her, and she kind of played it off like, yeah, your silent skills are terrible, you know, but yet she snuck up on you, you know. I thought that was really funny. But then when the battle kind of was taking off, even before that happened, I thought it was really interesting because you got to see like people using real strategies, and it was pretty like cutthroat. It was going back and forth. It was really decent action sequences that were happening. But then there's somebody that pops up that was combating one of the characters she was about to snipe in the back of the head, and it was actually one of her old teammates. And this dude, he kind of walks out in this regular suit, The suit reminded me of a suit from Excel World. The main character in Excel World that I haven't finished it yet, but the suit kind of looked like that, you know. And I thought it was so cool because he was dodging stuff and maneuvering in ways that weren't supposed to be able to be done, you know. And if each one of these arcs, each one of these games, you find people that be able to do stuff in the realm where they're not supposed to. Like Kirito in and of himself, like, is a contradiction of 3 different games. He's been able to go in Uprising. And this character, he found a way of not using so much of his weapons to lower his weight count to be able to move with agility like that. And I was like, wow, this is awesome. You know, I was like, he might be, you know, Death Gun. No. Because when the time comes for them to really kind of go down, like, Kirito was like, look, Sinon, I need to watch this. Like, you watch what's gonna happen. All of a sudden, like, he kills the other guy, like, with ease, with this kind of shotgun and everything. Then he just gets kind of put down. And they're put off so much, and it kind of, to me, it left anxiety to me because I was like, I didn't even hear a shot. And so enough, she said it, I didn't hear anything. What happened? And they kind of zeroing in, they kind of looking at the guy, and like, he's got something sticking out of him. And then all of a sudden, in the back fold, you don't see it, but you don't know. Your mind is thinking, and that's good animation to me, because I was looking from the perspective of where they were looking, like at a long distance rate, and they were focused where he was walking from. They never looked to the left, and out comes Death Gun, you know, and he was the one that kind of put the guy down. And he pulled out his revolver, and at the same time, he had something that was called the Silent Assassin, one of the top sniper rifles in her description that it was. And she was shook. She was shook. She was like, I don't know who would even have the skill set to be able to wield something like this, or even me to have it. He must, but he's got to be really high in skill level. And Kirito just freaked out. He was like, look, kill him now. I was like, yeah, y'all, you need to take a shot. And she was hesitating, and I was like, look, she was like, it's done. But I was like, man, if he dodges that thing, you're going to be set. And then the episode just cuts out like that. I was like, that's the perfect kind of cliffhanger. And I really liked this episode. I thought it was a good going into the Battle of Battles. Not just that, seeing how they work on the team together on the field. Because, I mean, each time they get together, it's like they get closer and closer. And this time, like, when he snuck up on her, he had her pinned down, you know? And it's kind of like the sexual kind of awkward like moment, but at the same time it was like a serious one because he was trying to articulate her with the seriousness of what was about to happen, and she was trying her hardest to try to kill him or either kill herself. I don't know. She's nuts. But it shows the tension between them. At the same time, it shows the level of concern for each other, because she didn't have to listen to him. She could have just shot him in the head and been done with it, you know. But yeah, it weighs in on the next episode 9 that I cannot wait for this Saturday, because I'm going to be trying to go and review it head on. But I give this episode 8 out of 10, only because, like, I felt like the first part, it was so off-putting. I was like, why are you redoing this again? That's the only reason why. But I love this arc, like I said. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about it. If you enjoyed my review for this, please leave a like below. If you have any comments, definitely leave in the comment section below as well. And thanks for subscribing, everybody. I'm sorry I haven't been able to do these on the nights that it happened, because for me, like I said, I work every day, and on a Saturday I want to just be able to rest and sleep, go to church or whatever I got to do the next day. And 1 o'clock at night is rough. So that's why I haven't been able to do these reviews on a more consistent basis. But like I said, I told you I was going to do each episode. This is SCL0320. I'm out, everybody. Y'all have a blessed day, blessed evening, blessed night, blessed weekend. Like I said, this Saturday, I'm going to be reviewing it. Later, y'all.